Okay, everybody, let's talk about preparing for ISACA's Cybersecurity Fundamentals Certificate. My name's Tony Vellini. Why get the cert? Well, it's an achievable entry-level cybersecurity cert that could help a variety of different professionals to show a basic understanding of fundamental concepts. So, more details on the next slide. So why take it? Most attorneys do not have any credentials in cybersecurity, so this could enhance your resume. This could also be good for other executives and IT professionals looking to learn some cybersecurity fundamentals, hence the title of the cert. ISACA is well respected. The test is designed for the C-suite, such as the CEO and recent college grads trying to enter the field. So it's not overly technical. It's mostly about concepts. So this cert is also low cost. The test itself is $150, and there's a $50 ebook to prepare for it. The cert is also convenient. You can take it at home. It's remotely proctored. You show your driver's license to your webcam and so forth. Unlike many tech certs, there's no work experience requirement. And unlike many other certs, there is no continuing education requirement. So once you get the cert, you have it forever. Now, a word of caution, ISACA has multiple certs labeled CSX. So CSX is sort of an umbrella term for a series of different certificates. So make sure that you look into the CSX cert that's titled Cybersecurity Fundamentals. What's a passing score? Well, according to ISACA, you need 65% or higher on the exam. And so you have some leeway there. You can miss some questions and still pass. So how to prepare? Well, if you're a DePaul student, I teach at DePaul, you could take my course in data privacy law, and I cover some of the tech topics that relate to this test. As a side note, I might create a CLE version of my data privacy course in the near future. It's a blend of law and technology. Anyway, side note, sorry. Number 2, take the free ISACA pre-test or practice test. We'll look at that in a bit. Step 3, purchase the ebook for $50. Step 4, review chapters 1 through 6 of the ebook and answer the questions at the end of each chapter. Pretty straightforward, and you can make flashcards as you review. Take the pre-test again and make flashcards for any questions you are getting incorrect. And finally, schedule the test, $150. So there's a practice quiz that you could find on ISACA's site to see the types of questions that are on the test. And so here's question 1 on their practice test. Which layer, which OSI layer would one map Ethernet? And its data link layer is the answer. And you could check your answers. Let's say I only answered question 1. I could hit get score, and it would tell me if I got question 1 correct. So that's a trick you could use if necessary. Prepare flashcards. I based my flashcards on content from the 6 chapters, the end of chapter questions, and there were a few tables and concepts out of the book where I just made my flashcards from those tables. And as I read through the book, a printout of the ebook, I placed sticky tabs on pages that seemed challenging. So these are just basic study tips, I suppose. Budget your time. I set a goal of finishing 1 chapter per night, along with end of chapter questions. I didn't achieve that goal. It would usually take me a couple nights, a couple hours here and there. I made flashcards as I reviewed. I then revisited content that I found tricky, and my prep ended up taking a few weeks. So good luck on Cybersecurity Fundamentals Certificate if it's something you pursue. But wait, there's more. After the CSX Fundamentals, you might think about what's next for you. And when I was looking at ISACA's website, I said, there's some relatively new technical foundations certs, sort of the next phase, and I may explore some of these. I might consider doing 1 or more of these technical foundations certs, so a little more detail. They have 3 separate certs, packet analysis, network application, Linux application. So these could be useful things out there in the marketplace. And the cost doesn't look too bad for the training. So I could pick one of these, like let's say packet analysis. And okay, if I'm an ISACA member, $250. for the training, $200 for the test, you know, and the cost is the same for each one of these 3 certs. So I may do a future video on one or more of these technical foundations certs if I pursue any of them. They certainly look interesting, maybe an alternative. Some folks who don't want to get a traditional degree might think about these certs and see if they would fit with their career path. Anyway, thanks for listening.